Hey, this is Mr. Jarvis. Welcome. It's Wednesday, March 25th. And today, your starting point, as always, is MrJarvis.net. And we open up with our daily check in attendance. Thank you for doing this. It takes just a few seconds. Just give me your first name, last name. If you have any issues or anything, I have been emailing people back when they have questions and stuff, and it helps me to know if instructions are confusing or you need some extra help. That doesn't take very long, and that's my official daily attendance. So if that's not filled out, you're not here. Let's take a look at our weekly tasks sheet. This is a place where you can get everything in one spot. You can see what's coming up. I'm not quite ready for Thursday and Friday. I'll have that done shortly. But going to scroll on down as here's Wednesday the 25th. There's the same check-in sheet. Oh, my numbering got off. I'll fix that. Same check-in sheet. Oops. So for Wednesday, March 25th, I have the check-in sheet. You need to complete page 1 and 2 of the informational writing planning guide on Google Classroom and start section 2 of the Peloponnesian War on Google Classroom. Read for 30 minutes. Be ready to complete a book report, format to be determined, on Thursday, April 23rd. And you can write those questions about our Athens unit for our Kahoot. We also have the book club discussions. We have a Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. if you have any additional questions. So check in the weekly tasks, informational writing guide. Let me go to Google Classroom here. And anyway, you all read the survivors. You might want to get that open. I have mine open here. And then open up the planning guide. I have a sample for you. So I know people did some kind of quick writing here on it, but I have a sample for you. You can open mine with Kami. It's read only for you, but you can borrow from it. These are my quick words, but you can put them in your own words, but you can certainly borrow from my ideas. Okay, so the challenges they face and how others helped. You can go ahead and look. They were when the Allies came and liberated the concentration camps, these kids are far from the home. And a specific example is the two boys, Zoltan and Zoltan and Erwin were 500 miles away from their home in Romania. They're at Dachau. So the UNRRA tried to reunite kids with families. They took pictures of each kid and published them in newspapers. I think there's a picture. That's the picture at the very top. They published these all around Europe. Sadly, most of the children who were working in the concentration camps, their parents had been killed. Very sad. And then the next thing they did is they tried to place them in new homes. So they endured brutal conditions of the concentration camp. They were on the verge of starving to death and facing disease too, and suffering from diseases. Put this in your own words. The Klauster Indorf Center fed and gave medical care to the kids. Finally, they were traumatized by experiencing the hardship and witnessing the horrendous atrocities in the camps, and then how others helped. They try to give them a normal life with art projects and classes, and later Greta Fisher, you read about, brought a group to Canada. So they try to make life as normal as possible for them and help them out and talk to them about things. So the next thing you want to do is write a thesis statement for what will eventually be a informational essay. So you can borrow mine, copy it word for word. Thousands of children who were liberated from Nazi concentration camp face many challenges, such as not knowing where their parents were, disease and near starvation, and extreme trauma. So I would consider that a rough draft. So and then we'll craft like an opening paragraph from that. And now we want to organize it. I'm going to keep this order that I have. They were separated. I'll write about. They endured brutal conditions. They were near starving and facing disease, and they were traumatized. So now I'm going to find details. Section 1 is about They were far away. So specifically, Erwin and Zoltan were 500 miles away from their home in Romania. And you might want to add many of them, the search for their homes was in vain because their parents were no longer living. They had been killed by the Nazis. Section 2 is the starvation. So I'm going to use the example of the 16-year-old girl who went into hiding and she looked like a skeleton. So look for really good details and specific wording and specific phrases that really make you see the crisis, really give you a feel for it, make it look like a picture. Deeply traumatized, repeating the same phrases over and over again, etc. So you're going to go in here and look for like really good details that you want to add in your essay that we'll eventually write. We haven't even started about it yet, and it'll just be on this one article. So find me more about, finally, the last one, the trauma. They talked about kids repeating the stories or not speaking at all. Some examples, some wouldn't speak at all, and the efforts to just try to give them a normal life. So you're going to look for those examples in the article, and then stop there at step 3 on page 2. We're going to start writing the essay. We'll do it all together, and I'll give you a sample opening paragraph too. So that's all you need to do for today on that. And then what I'd like you to do is go ahead and start section 2 of the Peloponnesian War. That's required. So on the WebQuest. So when you open that, you should have finished section 1. Now move on to section 2. It doesn't need to be done today. I think I'll make the due date maybe Thursday, but at least get maybe the first couple of the steps done. So at least start looking, and that's kind of formatted badly. If it's formatted, the formatting gets messed up, you can always sort of fix it. There you go. I think there's extra space in there or something. There it is. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I have a video tutorial on how to turn an assignment done on paper into Google Classroom using a Chromebook. So this video tutorial will show you how to use the camera on a Chromebook to take a picture of your assignment you did on paper, for example, the one pager, and then turn it in on Google Classroom. So I got that question a couple of times. We'll have a Zoom virtual meeting at 10, so I'll be able to answer questions live. Optional to write questions for on the Athens unit for our Kahoot, and participate in the book discussion forums and get that reading done for the book report that's coming up April 23rd. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Miss you all and wish you the best. And I look forward to seeing your second pages completed there. Thank you.